Today, on this beautiful November 11th, 2025, I come to you with a heart overflowing with love, asking for just 2 quiet minutes of your undivided attention. I know life is loud right now, phones buzzing, worries swirling, to-do list demanding, but please pause everything and lean in close. What I'm about to pour into you isn't mere words. It's living seed that will sink deep into the soil of your spirit and grow for years, transforming how your days feel, how your nights rest, and how your future unfolds. Do not scroll past this. Do not save it for later. Later is a thief that smiles while stealing your pockets. Right now, in this exact moment, a doorway of light has swung open above your life like a lantern held steady over dark water. If you turn away even for a second, you'll step back into shadows you were never meant to wear again. I speak because I love you with a love that never flickers, never tires, and never lies. Real love refuses to stay silent when someone it treasures keeps drifting toward unnecessary pain. You did not land here by accident. Something inside you is drawn here the way a compass needle finds north, the way a baby bird knows exactly which way to tilt its beak toward the sun. My breath is woven into every sentence you read, and my eyes have never left your life. Not for one heartbeat. I am here. I am staying. Listen with your whole chest. Everything you called delay, I've named loving preparation. Every season you labeled silence, I've called my quiet workshop where I was carving brand new keys for locks you couldn't yet see. You thought the waiting was shrinking you, making you smaller, less significant. Sweet friend, it was adding holy weight to your soul so that when the wind of change finally turns, you'll stand firm like an ancient oak while everything flimsy blows away like dry grass. You've spent nights wrestling with calendars, dates, and the careless opinions of people who've never carried even a fraction of what rests on your shoulders. You let their noise settle inside your chest like cold stones. Today, with the gentlest touch, I lift every single one of those stones. I place my hand right over your heart and whisper, breathe again, deep, free, unhurried breaths. The air you were created to fill your lungs with is not anxiety, not comparison, not the sharp itch of fear that you'll miss your moment. You cannot miss me when I'm the one chasing you down with goodness. You cannot outrun my timing when I'm the one who wrote the clock that keeps your life. Stop building court cases against your own peace. Stop gathering evidence for why you should stay stuck. You've listened too long to the enemy's whispers, those old accusations dressed as memories, and let them play on repeat until they sounded like truth. They are lies wearing familiar clothes. Truth doesn't condemn you until you freeze. Truth lifts your chin, lights the very next step, and fills your chest with courage that feels like sunrise after the longest night. Today, I turn the courtroom in your mind into a wide, quiet garden. I tear up every harsh transcript. I pull out the gavel you keep swinging at yourself. Where regret grew thorns, I plant stubborn resilience. Where shame grew weeds, I pour fresh water and bright stillness you haven't tasted in months. The inner storm is not your permanent weather. The deep calm I give is not the tired truce after collapse. It's the strong shore I promised you long ago. You've begged me for big, flashy signs, and I've been giving you tender breadcrumbs instead, because I want you to trust me in the ordinary before the extraordinary breaks open. That unexpected text that softened your chest. That stranger who smiled and paid for your coffee on the morning you almost crumbled. That idea that kept tapping your shoulder even though you buried it under busyness. Those are not random. Those are my fingerprints pressed into everyday clay, so you'd recognize my touch when the bigger miracles arrive. What's coming is not just one dramatic event. It's a complete rearrangement of your days, an inside-out cleaning of rooms you stopped opening, a fresh naming of things that have felt foggy and heavy. That knot in your stomach every evening is not mystery. It's the ache of healthy boundaries you haven't yet drawn. That weight on your chest every morning is not punishment. It's the gentle pressure of an assignment you keep pushing to tomorrow. I'm not shaming you. I'm simplifying you. Put down the 100 explanations. Do the next right thing you already know to do, and I'll meet you right there in the middle of motion. I've seen every private tear and every public smile you painted on when your soul wanted nothing more than a safe hug. I've counted the nights your mind raced through corridors of what-ifs until dawn slipped its cool hand across your window. I was never absent. I hovered over every sleepless hour like a lantern over a weary traveler. When you felt most alone, you were being carried. When you thought your prayers bounced off the ceiling, they were threading invisible needles, stitching seams that now hold your life together stronger than you realize. Hear me with a heart that has decided to settle. I'm not angry at the bruised reed. I'm angry at the lie that says a bruised reed is better off broken. I'm not angry at your beautiful, messy humanity. I'm furious at the voice that told you your humanity disqualifies you from hope. That voice just lost its microphone. I stripped it of every right to speak over you. Now I slide fresh steadiness into your hands like warm stones on a cold day. The work you touch next will not be frantic. The choices you make will not be driven by panic or by the imagined stares of people who don't understand your calling. You're not a performance for anyone's entertainment. You are a purpose with a heartbeat. I didn't craft you to be a hallway for other people's opinions. I built you to be a home where my presence feels perfectly at rest. I'll teach you how to guard your door with both gentleness and fearless clarity. Say yes to what feeds your soul. Say no to what slowly poisons it. Your no will not make you harsh. It will make you honest. Your yes will not make you naive. It will make you fruitful. You feared loss like it was a final verdict. Today I teach you to see pruning as loving architecture. I'm not removing things to leave you empty. I'm making holy space for the harvest you asked me to trust you with. Some connections feel shaky because they're being redefined, not destroyed. Some roles you played out of habit can be retired without a single apology. Some versions of you that only existed to keep others comfortable can be gently laid to rest. I hand you a permission slip written in my own handwriting. You are allowed to become the person your soul has been quietly stretching toward for years. That uncomfortable pulling you feel is just the seam ripping on an old coat that no longer fits. You won't walk into next season wearing clothes that pinch. I drape you in a brand new robe woven with clarity. I crown you with the calm wisdom of harvesters, not the frantic grasping of hoarders. You won't scramble for crumbs when I'm already setting a feast in front of you. Here are 3 gentle commands I slip into your pocket like smooth stones you can rub whenever fear tries to speak. Anchor your mornings. Do not let the first voice you hear be the whirlwind of comparison or bad news. Give me the first quiet moments, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, even 30 seconds, and I'll hand you the entire day gift wrapped in peace. Ask for clean courage every single day. Not loud bravado, not noise, but the quiet kind that stands up inside you and says, I can take one step. You don't need the whole map today. You need strength to cross the next sidewalk. I'll be waiting at the curb. Practice holy alignment before every decision. Ask one simple question. Does this choice lead me closer to the person I'm becoming with God or farther away? That filter will save you years of detours. And because real love always warns the people it treasures, stop feeding habits that starve your future. Stop returning to what keeps hurting you just to prove you can survive it. Strength is not measured by how much pain you can endure. It's measured by how faithfully you choose what heals you. Stop using your beautiful imagination to build disaster movies, then spending all your energy surviving them. Bring your imagination to me. Let me turn it into a studio where vision is born, not a factory where fear is mass-produced. If you keep company with voices that belittle your calling, you'll always speak smaller than I speak over you. Turn up the volume of my promise until it drowns out the gossip of doubt. To the one terrified of time slipping away, I'm the God who redeems time. Those years you think dissolve into nothing are not lost. They've been rich compost feeding roots that are about to break through the surface in shocking color. Every skill you practiced in secret, every quiet act of integrity when nobody was watching, every hour you kept believing when results looked invisible, I've cataloged them all. I'll hand them back to you as favor, as sharpness, as discernment that can smell counterfeit from a mile away. When real opportunity finally knocks, you won't fumble with rusty locks. Your hands have been trained in hidden places. And when a door isn't meant for you, you won't waste years pounding on it. You'll bless it, turn, and keep walking, knowing I'm never limited to one hallway. To the one whose heart is tangled up in someone else's choices, peace, dear heart. You are not the savior of anyone's storm. You're an intercessor, not an idol. Release what you were never meant to control. Watch how creatively, how patiently, how perfectly I move when your hands stop meddling. I'm far more persuasive than your pleading and far more gentle than your anxiety. I'm teaching you to love with strong boundaries and to help without becoming a hostage. I'm putting words in your mouth that are both soft and unshakable. And I'm shielding you from every guilt trip that tries to drag you back into old chains. To the dream you almost buried because it felt too big, too late, too different, dig it up. Brush off the dirt. I'm sending collaborators who speak the language of your future, not the tired jargon of your past. They won't ask you to dim your light so they can feel brighter. They won't treat you like a side character in the story you were born to star in. I prepared a circle where honor is the air we breathe. It'll feel strange at first. You learn to survive in rooms that misunderstood you. But soon honor will feel like home, and you'll never want to return to scarcity. Provision is coming, but it will always be attached to instruction. Don't expect money or open doors without responsibility. I fund what I father. I sustain what I start. If I direct you, I'll resource you. But I'll also ask for clean hands, honest books, and timelines you keep. Rest will become a discipline, not a crash. The way you handle small increase today will echo when large increase arrives tomorrow. Let gratitude be your budget. Let excellence be your signature. Let kindness be your default. This is how you carry growth without it carrying you away. You've wondered if your ordinary steps even matter in the grand story. Child, they matter to the one who names galaxies and counts every hair on your head and catches every tear in a bottle. The way you show up in tiny assignments today is stitching a banner you'll wave in public one day. The humble conversation today will unlock a divine introduction next month. The private habit you build right now will be the steel in your spine when cameras turn toward you later. Don't despise the small scale of today. You're planting oak trees, not weeds. Ask me for the long view, and I'll keep your spirit steady in a world that spins with headlines. I'm healing the exhaustion that disguised itself as cynicism. I'm healing the part of you that called hope childish because disappointment built a fortress around your heart. Hope is not childish. Hope is an anchor tossed forward into the future I'm already standing in with you. Hope doesn't ignore pain. It simply refuses to give pain the final word. Let the iron of real hope shape the way you speak. Speak as if you expect me to keep every promise, because I will. Speak as if doors have ears, because they do. Speak as if your body can hear blessing, because it can. Speak as if your environment is listening, because it's shifting even now. Here's a picture to carry all day. You standing at a new threshold, a simple satchel over your shoulder, holding only three things: trust, focus, and gentleness. Trust keeps you from inventing disasters. Focus keeps your fire from scattering across cold places. Gentleness keeps you from bruising the tender things I'm growing in you. With those three, step across the line. Don't waste one more hour convincing yourself there is no line. You feel it under your feet right now. Crossing it won't make you fake. It'll make you faithful. I'll speak to you again tonight in the hush before sleep. I'll nudge one small act of obedience onto the pillow beside you. Do it before your eyes close, and I'll meet you there. Every day after this, I'll meet you in small acts until the path lights up like a constellation you can follow without straining. You'll notice less drama and more momentum. You'll notice fewer inner arguments and more inner agreements. You'll notice laughter returning for no reason at all. You'll notice that kindness toward yourself isn't selfish. It's simple alignment with the way I've always seen you. Take heart. I'm not bargaining my presence based on your performance. I'm not waiting for a perfect week to draw near. I'm not measuring your worth by your productivity. I'm shaping you into someone who loves deeply, works wisely, rests fully, and endures quietly. You won't always feel fireworks. Often you'll feel a steady hum, and that hum is the engine of grace doing its hidden work. Trust the hum. Trust the builder. Right now, I place my hand on your head in blessing. I steady the racing of your heart. I brush the dust of old rooms off your feet. I bless the work of your hands, the beginning of your mornings, the closing of your evenings, the conversations that shape how you see yourself, the way you handle money, the courage of your no, the generosity of your yes. I post peace at every door of your life. I send joy to surprise you without warning. I declare that confusion will no longer be your counselor and heaviness will no longer be your normal. This is your word for today, November 11th, 2025. Treat it like a golden key. Use it before the sun sets. If you obey the gentle nudge, doors will swing differently under your hand. If you lay down self-condemnation, your voice will sound different tomorrow. If you give me the first 2 minutes of every morning, your hours will organize themselves like they finally found a conductor. This isn't a threat. This is a promise wearing urgency like a coat. I'm not frightening you into movement. I'm freeing you into it. Now, stand up inside first if your body feels heavy. Breathe deep. Drink water. Put your hand to the task you already know is waiting. Send the message you've delayed. Release what you cannot fix. Throw your hope forward like an anchor into the evening ahead, because I'm already there. I'm in the 2 minutes, and I'm in the decades. I'm in every stretch of your becoming. Walk with this word living inside you, and watch how today's narrow hallway becomes tomorrow's wide field under a sky that knows your name. Beloved, the 2 minutes are now in your hands, glowing like embers. Don't let them cool. Carry them into every ordinary moment left in this day, and watch them set your whole life on the right kind of fire, the kind that warms without destroying, the kind that lights the way home. I'm not finished with you. I'm just getting started. You're seen, you are held, you're becoming exactly who you were always meant to be. And I'm proud of you, today, tomorrow, and every day after. If this word touched your heart and steadied your feet today, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Every week, I pour out fresh bread from heaven, words that shift atmospheres, heal hidden places, and remind you who you really are in God's eyes. You don't have to walk alone. We are family here. I love you with an everlasting love, and I'm cheering you on every single step of this beautiful journey. See you in the next one. Bring your whole heart.